Hi. I don't know what that was about. Sorry. Hi. Welcome to Ginger and Giant Adventures. I am the Ginger, obviously. The Giant is sleeping right now. He's not feeling so good. He's taking a nap. So here I am recording some more stuff in the same outfit because it is the same day. It's not just that I wear the same clothes and sit in front of the same fountain every time. I'm just knocking out several different intros right now. And I thought for this video that I would talk to you about our experience of the mall so far. So we have been to one, but we've been there a lot. Although it's huge, there's so much more that we could see. And that mall is the Mall of Asia here in Manila. So it is one of the super malls. Super Mall, I think, is a brand or like a company that owns malls. And there's a couple of different companies that own some of the malls. Super Malls is one of them. So you see like SM on everything there. Day one, Joe and I went to the mall. So some of the video that I'll be showing you throughout this video is from our first trip to the mall. I shot it weird because I didn't realize that it was getting it in a vertical format. I don't know why my camera did that, but it did. And I have not broken out the camera again. I have felt really awkward. Like this is the most comfortable that I have felt filming in public. And even then, I will say I'm getting some looks. Not bad looks, because I think people filming and recording things and just vlogging in general is more common here. And so you don't get quite the same awkward stares as you would in Kentucky, talking to yourself on a camera. I even had, when we went through the mall the one time, I had people saying, "Hi, vlogger," which feels funny because we've got 12 subscribers as of the time that I'm filming this. That does not feel like I'm a vlogger. That just feels like I am recording video for my friends and my family members. But who knows? Maybe maybe some people will be interested in what we're doing here. Um, what was I saying? Oh yeah, we've been to the mall a lot. All right, we are here doing a little expedition at the Mall of Asia. And we're in so the Mall of Asia is huge. And there's all these like side areas that are kind of covered as well. And I'm going to kind of just show you a peek of that here because we haven't gone into the mall itself yet. We're still kind of outside. Everything that I can see right now has its own exterior entrance, but it's pretty cool. So, like, it's open to the sky. And then if you see, if you see down this way, there's like all kinds of cool decorations hanging, giant palm trees. It's beautiful. And then we turn our attention to the mall entrance and we're going to go in. So here we go. Okay, we're going to go through security and we're going to ask them if we're actually allowed to video before we go in because we might not be able to, but look at this cute Santa display. Okay, so the security guard acted like I was silly for even asking if it was okay to film. I'm going to try to be really conscientious though about not filming other people without getting their permission because, it's not cool. But yeah, it's spectacular. I'm going to turn you around. Check it out. They're laid out in an interesting way. I don't know that we've necessarily figured out the rhyme or reason to it. They're big. I'll say that. There's like 3 floors and then you end up like leaving the building and crossing the road and going into another building. And I think there's like 2 or 3 other buildings that you can do that with where, you cross the road and go into another building. And you're still in the mall. There's lots and lots of eateries. There are, but part of what's interesting about the way that it's set up is that they'll keep similar shops together for the most part. So, for instance, like the health and wellness stores are all in one corridor together, mostly. The beauty. So it's not very crowded here right now because it is only like 11 a.m. on a Tuesday. um, we were here on Saturday and it was packed. Whoa. You know, like makeup and skincare and that kind of thing are all in one section together. The shoes are all together. So yeah, I like that setup. It was kind of neat because you could kind of go and compare prices a little bit or compare brands, see what you like, kind of see the styles, and not have to go from one end of the mall to the other trying to figure out what's what. You just go down the line. And it's the same for like the tech. They've got an area that was called the cyber zone, and it had all of the computers and gaming and camera and phone stuff all right there together, which just makes it really easy when you're trying to find something. You just kind of get in the section of the mall that you need. I think really the bigger thing to note, though, is how beautifully the malls are decorated for Christmas right now. Oh my goodness. Um, so Christmas is a really big deal here, from what I understand. Obviously, Christmas is a big deal in the States too. Um, I know that it is, but I believe that the Christmas decorating started here in like September, like pretty hardcore. And I have never seen Christmas displays quite this beautiful anywhere. I felt like a kid. Like I don't know if you'll be able to hear it on the video, but I literally gasped when I first saw the big Christmas tree at the Mall of Asia. Because it is just so breathtakingly pretty and sparkly. Um, I just I just kind of want to sit and look at it for a while. Like, I would like to be able to just plop myself down, crisscross applesauce on the carpet, and just look at it. Just watch it for a while. It gives you like the brain shivers just to see it sparkling. It's really cool. So I've been enjoying that. A whole ice skating rink. That's cool. I got my hair cut while we were there, so I'll splice in my little intro and wrap up to that here. I am standing outside of, and I don't know if you can see the name. There it is. Tony and Guy, or Guy, Tony and Guy. I'm wanting to get a haircut. Uh, my cousin Sarah was going to cut my hair while she was in Kentucky, Indiana for the wedding last week, but it was busy, crazy times, and that didn't happen. So I still need a haircut. So here I am. I'm going to attempt to get a mall haircut at a super fancy place. I don't know if I need an appointment. I don't know. I don't know. We're going to see what happens. Yeah, we're going to just basically come out on the other side of this, either with a haircut or without one. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so this haircut is absolutely adorable. It is 100% not what I asked for. um, However, it is the cutest version of not what I asked for that I've ever received. And as a curly girl, I am very, very used to not getting what I asked for in a haircut. In fact, I'm used to leaving in tears. And I think most of the women in my family, which right now is probably going to be most of the people watching this video, can probably relate to that. Like just leaving a salon, the first time that you've ever been there, just absolutely crying because they've butchered your hair and you know that you're going to have to wait 6 weeks for it to even be at a length again where you can do anything with it at all. So I'm very happy with the cut. I don't know that I'm framing it well right now. It's yeah, I mean, I think it's cute. So I'll show you a picture of what I asked for versus what I've received. And then like it's Joe said it's comforting to know that no matter where you go in the world, stylists are going to do whatever it is that they want to do to your hair. So they look at you and say, no, the thing you asked for is not the thing I'm going to cut. So I don't know. There's something comforting about that. But yeah, happy. So I'll see if I can get some like pictures where I don't feel like it's just hanging right in my face because I don't feel like I'm like framing myself up very well. But yeah, I like it. Yeah, so as predicted, I could not keep my hair that straight. There's no way. And it's looking particularly disheveled today, I will say. I don't have any kind of product in it at all. And again, that's relative to the medical procedures that Joe and I just had done. I had a mole removed from the back of my scalp, and so it's healing, and I didn't want to put product on my hair because I don't want it to get onto that. Talk more about that in a different video, but that's basically it. So I just look a little bit, humid and sweaty, but that's also, I figure, going to be part of the look while I'm here because it's humid. Y'all, it's really humid. If you think Oklahoma is humid, you should try Manila. It is very humid. But yeah, so the malls, you know what? I would say they remind me of, they remind me in popularity of malls in the US in like the 80s and very early 90s. Just that it was the place to be. Everything was happening there. Everybody came there. Um, they were, just a hub of entertainment and community. Yeah. Oh. Oh.
It's a whole soccer field.
Just on the roof at the mall. What else they got? And commercialism, obviously. Um, but they're so much bigger and fancier than what those malls even were back then. I think my brain would have exploded in 1987 if you had plopped me into a mall that looks like this mall does. And I am quite certain that my mother will confirm in the comments that in 1987 and 1988, every single weekend she took me to the mall where I spent most of my time with my friends, just wandering around, looking at things I couldn't afford to buy and eating gummy worms because that was about all I could afford to buy. Uh, Sour Patch Kids. That's what it was. It was Sour Patch Kids and playing in the arcade. Um, so I don't know. It's like this really gets to that Gen X preteen, early teenager part of me, except now I can afford to buy stuff, which makes me a little dangerous in the malls. And I'm having to like remember that I can't bring it all home with me. So I'm trying not to buy things. But I want to buy things, but I'm not buying things, but I want to. um, so yeah, malls for the win. All right. That's all. That's all I have to say about malls right now. But we'll probably explore some other ones just to see what they got going on, see what they're like. And I might do, as I get a little bit braver about filming in public, I might show you a little bit more, kind of do a guided tour of some of the malls that we see. I definitely want to show you when we are spending time in that Venice area that I've mentioned. Um, I don't even remember if it was this video or a different video, but when we're in Venice, I want to show you that mall. Because I think you'll think it's cool. I think I'll think it's cool. I haven't even been there yet, but it looks cool. I've seen videos. My brother-in-law Alan has shown us some videos, so looking forward to that. Anyway, that's all. Catch you later. Bye, friends and family, fellow adventurers.